Amazon is down right now, but news out this morning, they're going to roll out humanoid robot package deliveries. I mean, God, it's kind of scary stuff, right? But the stock has been spinning its wheels. What's going on?
If you think about it, Amazon CEO Andy Jassy has really argued that this technology is going to help their business internally. They're not just competing here because it's cool.
I used to laugh at the idea of robots showing up at our doorsteps. It sounded like something straight out of a 90s sci-fi movie. But now, those old movies feel more like documentaries of what's unfolding in real time. And no, I'm not exaggerating. Two of the biggest brands on the planet, Amazon and Pepsi, aren't just dipping their toes into robotics. They've jumped in head first. What they're doing with humanoid robots right now feels like we've cracked open the future years ahead of schedule, and it's honestly wild to witness. Amazon's latest move with humanoid robots feels like a quiet but massive shift in how we think about delivery. They're not running tiny tests in labs anymore. According to the information, they've built a real-world obstacle course to train bipedal robots that walk like humans. These aren't slow, clunky machines either. They're agile, balanced, and built to handle everyday chaos. Rugs, stairs, clutter, you name it. Unlike drones, which face tight regulations and limited payloads, or wheeled bots that can't climb steps, these robots are built for human environments. And that's exactly the point. Amazon wants robots that can step out of a van, walk up to your door, and deliver your package with no human help. It's not about showing off. It's about solving the toughest problem in delivery, those last 50 feet to your doorstep. And honestly, with tech like this, they might have finally cracked it. Amazon is testing robots from a Chinese company called Unitree, and these machines are no joke. I watched a clip of one of their G1 or H1 models walking, and I swear it moves better than I do after a workout. They're agile, they recover from falls, they balance on tricky surfaces. It's kind of wild. Amazon's goal? Put these robots inside their electric Rivian delivery vans, and when the van pulls up to your house, the robot hops out with your package in hand, walks up your driveway, avoids the garden hose your kid left lying around, climbs the stairs, and drops the box right at your door, all without anyone lifting a finger. It sounds like a moonshot, right? But it's not that far off. Amazon already has over 100,000 Rivian electric vans on the road. Imagine integrating humanoids into that fleet. What really blew my mind was how Amazon's testing environment isn't some clean lab setup. Nope. They've created indoor obstacle courses to mimic real homes, complete with rugs that trip you up, awkward door frames, tight hallways, and even random stuff scattered around like shoes and kids' toys. Because that's the real test. Robots don't struggle in factories where everything's clean and flat. They struggle where you and I live, in all that glorious messiness. And here's what's kind of incredible. Unitree's robots aren't just agile and balanced, they're also affordable. Their G1 robot is reportedly priced under $16,000. That's less than a small car. I mean, that's unheard of for humanoid machines. And when you think about Amazon deploying these at scale, that price point starts to make sense. But while Amazon is laser-focused on function and logistics, Pepsi is playing an entirely different game. If Amazon is aiming for the future of delivery, Pepsi is going for the future of attention, and they're winning. So get this. Pepsi recently partnered with a company called AGIBOT, and together they launched something called the FizzBot. The name's cute, but don't let it fool you. This humanoid robot is basically a walking billboard with swagger. I have to admit, at first I thought, okay, cute robot, flashy campaign. What's next? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized what Pepsi was doing here. They weren't just promoting soda. They were promoting an experience, an emotional connection between technology and audience. The FizzBot wasn't designed to lift boxes or work in a warehouse. It was designed to be remembered, to go viral, to be photographed, shared, and talked about. And it worked. What AGIBOT is aiming for is something different from most robotics companies. While others are chasing medical use cases or industrial roles, AGIBOT is leaning into entertainment, culture, and public engagement. They want their robots on red carpets, in concerts, in commercials. And honestly, I can see that future. It's crazy how Amazon and Pepsi are moving in completely opposite directions with this tech, but they're both unlocking the same door. And if you think this is just marketing hype or some weird PR play, let me tell you about what Boston Dynamics is doing. Their latest update isn't about stunts. It's about vision. Not human-level vision in the way we think of seeing with our eyes, but a kind of robotic perception that actually makes sense of the world. In a recent demo, Atlas picked up an engine cover and installed it on a mock-up engine. Sounds simple, but think about what that actually requires. The robot had to identify the right object among a bunch of others, plan its path, calculate the correct grip, and then carry the item over to a precise spot and mount it. And it did all that without being told exactly what to do. That's huge, because up until now, robots have been pretty dumb outside their scripts. Change one little thing in the environment, and they'd either freeze or fail. But this time, Atlas showed the ability to adapt in real time. If the object moved slightly, it adjusted. If lighting changed or a shadow threw off depth perception, it recalibrated. It was seeing and understanding its environment in a way that felt, I don't know, kind of human? Boston Dynamics made this happen by integrating machine learning, 3D vision, and spatial reasoning all into one tightly wound package. And yeah, it's not perfect. We're still years away from these robots handling truly complex environments on their own. But this was a major step, maybe even a leap. So here's where all of this ties together for me. We're seeing a convergence. Amazon, Pepsi, Boston Dynamics, each of them building different pieces of the same future. Amazon wants robots to work. Pepsi wants them to inspire. Boston Dynamics wants them to think. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I see a world where humanoid robots are just part of life. Like phones or smart speakers, we won't even blink when we see them anymore. They'll be dropping off our groceries, co-hosting our shows, maybe even tutoring our kids. It's not about if, it's about how fast. Because trust me, the doorbell you hear tomorrow, that knock might not come from a delivery guy in a uniform. It might come from a robot with 2 legs, a package in hand, and instructions to step over your doormat and avoid your dog. And the next time you see a celebrity launch a new product on stage, don't be surprised if a humanoid walks out, cracks a joke, and steals the spotlight. That's not sci-fi anymore. That's reality. It's happening right now, and honestly, I'm kinda here for it. So, if this blew your mind even a little bit like it did mine, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more wild tech updates, and drop a comment below. Would you trust a robot to walk up to your door or entertain you on stage? I want to know what you think. This is the future, and we're living in it, together.
And remember to be uniquely you.